In this course, we're going to look at synchronous technology side of Solid Edge, and there are many components that make up the synchronous technology. You have live rules over here, you have the steering wheel, and you have selection manager. So, for example, we can use this and use the live rules to modify it apart. Alternatively, you can do a fence selection and select multiple faces at once. The steering wheel has many functions, so you can rotate and move. So you can reposition using the control axis, and you can see that once you've done a fence selection, you can move it. The live rules shows you what are currently active. As you noticed, we didn't have everything, we didn't have any symmetry, and that's because the part is not centralized. So we can use the steering wheel to sort of reposition this using the key points to get it symmetrical. Then when we choose our options here, we can do a fence selection on here. And then when we do our move, you'll notice that both sides are being moved using the symmetry. I can turn that off by using the shortcut keys, and you can see that this works really quite nicely. On top of that, we have the selection manager, which allows us to recognize certain faces. So I'm just going to use this to say recognize the central feature, and as I drop over there, I can just hit the delete key to remove that feature. We also can look at the ability to just recognize a number of faces and pull those in. We can also use the steering wheel to position things. So, for example, you'll learn how that just doing a fence select is not necessarily going to give you the correct option. You'll see that we have selected this face here, so just hitting the space bar allows us to add and remove faces from that select set. I can then delete those. Also, for example, I can pick up on a hole such as this one and clicking on the plane of the steering wheel, we can adjust this in a multiple directional fashion. What we might want to do is just reorientate the steering wheel using key points and redirecting it so that we can then just pull it out in a single direction, and that allows me to modify that. Notice that it's picking up off symmetry, and depending on how you control this information with the live rules, it works quite nicely. We can also go into the advanced live rules and turn off various faces that are part of the automatic solve, and you'll notice that we can sort of then change the way that that works by hitting the accept key and modifying 3 without the other one being affected. So you've got a lot of control with synchronous technology. It allows you to modify imported geometry really well, but you can also use it to build new parts as well. So hopefully this course gives you a lot more confidence in knowing how to manipulate geometry using synchronous technology, and from here you can go on to working a lot better with Solid Edge.